Hi, I'm Layla Soares,
I'm Justin Thomas.
and today we're going to be taking a look into Student Government Day in the Township of Union. Let's take a look.
So I just have a couple questions for both of you. One, how do you like your experience here today as a student?
It was great. I really appreciate all these people taking the time of the day to show us around town and obviously how our government works.
And you?
Well, I think it was a very good experience for the people we had there. I'm also police commissioner in town, so we emphasized today basically what all our police departments, there's about 4 or 5 different departments. They all basically showed how they operate, what they do on the street, in the office, and so forth. And I think it was a good learning experience for the kids there. And we always like Government Day because it gives a chance for our students to come and see how government really works in all the different departments. I think they learned about police department is a pretty extensive job, and what they do in the town is a great job.
And as a student, what have you learned from your experience today?
I learned the police's goal with our town and how they plan to keep us safe and just how they tend to the community.
Hi, my name is Layla Soares, and today's Student Government Day. I'm here with
Faith Cardello.
and
Mayor Figueredo.
I have a couple of questions for them. First off, what were you today in Student Government Day?
I am mayor for the day.
Thank you. For you, Mayor Figueredo, what was your favorite part to teach Faith today about your job?
You know, I think exposing Faith and the other students to 2 of our bigger departments, which were our police department and our fire department, and to see what goes on behind the scenes, the intricacies of it. It's not as simple as a siren above a vehicle going to our resident safety. So I think they learned a lot, and it's great to see their faces when they're like, wow, that's what happens. So I think that's my favorite part of this morning.
Nice. And Faith, what stood out to you most from what you learned today?
So going off of what the mayor said, just all the different complexities behind everything, because when you see in film, everything's so like black and white, like this is exactly what happens, when in reality it's much more complex than that. So just learning everything behind what goes on in our day-to-day lives.
Nice. I have one last question. I'm going to start with Faith for this one. What is your impact on the town as both a student and a citizen that lives here?
So my biggest impact that I'm trying to leave on this community is increasing civic engagement and bringing more awareness to voter registration and getting people out to vote, because in essence, the people who we elect are going to impact our lives, especially more on a local level than a national level. So bringing more people aware of what goes on local levels, which is why I'm glad I'm a part of this today. So I'm able to raise even more awareness about why we need to vote. So.
Nice. And Mayor Figueredo, what is your impact on the town?
Well, you know, my teacher background is caring about people, and I think that's what brought me to the political arena.
Yeah.
You're trying to help people, and that's what we do here on a daily basis. We are here for our citizens, for the Township of Union, making sure that they have the services and that they are safe, and at a reasonable cost, to keep taxes at a reasonable level, but providing all these, and as Faith saw, we try to keep our equipment, both at police and fire, up to date, and it's very expensive to keep this equipment. I think it's finding that nice balance of cost versus services, and services are so important, and safety is our utmost first strategy here in the town.
I am also here with
Commitment people.
and
Kristen Love.
so I just have a couple questions for both of you guys today. The first question is, what did you learn as a student on Student Government Day?
I learned that the jobs that the committee has to deal with and go around and see is really time consuming, and we don't get the time to actually see how much time and patience it takes to work with all different types of departments, and it was a great experience though. So.
And for you, what did you most enjoy teaching today?
To bring young people along to experience a true situation in the township. You know, usually it's a ride by. People just go by and don't see anything, don't realize all the work that's being involved. But the kids, the children, the young adults have seen that it takes more. There's just more than a ride, right? It's a lot of thought, there's a lot of organization, there's a lot of processing that's being done. So that the professionals, put on do a great job, and the young people had the chance to see that firsthand.
And another question for you is, what did you learn from your students yourself?
That they are very energetic, receptive to knowledge, receptive to information, and I was quite surprised because I'm looking at a generation now that I'm somewhat confused about, and they twisted my thought pattern a little bit more to make me more acceptable as to what they're all about and what they're trying to achieve.
What was your goal for your students on Student Government Day?
I think if I had to pick one goal, it would be that you guys could kind of see a little bit of the real world experiences of the things that we talk about in class from a PR perspective. Messaging, communication coming out of town hall, things that have maybe been on agendas, how the public's going to find out, which mediums they use to communicate that stuff to the public. There's a few, sorry, you asked for one, but that would probably be the goal that I wished out of today.
And I just have one more question for you. Out of today, we will be doing our meeting with all the other council members. What are you looking for in your students out of that meeting?
I'm looking for you guys to just practice communication, show some confidence, and again, just kind of see what it's like in real life governing.
First off, what was your goal today sending your students here?
Community and town and country are important concepts in the current world. And having our students learn about levels of government and the different things that happen in our society are important features. Today we had the unique opportunity to have our students come to our town and learn about the town government and the things they do for them. And I thought that was an immensely unique and special opportunity for them.
Nice. And one more question. Sure. How do you feel getting to see your students experience all of this?
It's exceedingly prideful and special to see our students interact with the government officials and take on the roles that they do on a daily basis. To see them succeed and their articulation of laws and policies is phenomenal. And as a teacher, it's something that we strive for, and I feel very lucky to be a part of this group and our society.
First off, what was your role today in Student Government Day?
I followed Deputy Mayor around, and we kind of went through the police department and fire department and learned more about what they did there.
Nice.
Basically did what she did. I feel like we learned a lot today, mostly, around the data that goes around the town. So.
Nice. Okay, next question. What was your favorite part to teach them today?
I think the most important thing that I hope that these students took away from today is that government, just being a committee woman or a deputy mayor, is not really all about politics. There's a lot of behind the scene work that is very involved, especially when it comes to determining what is needed for our township in order to help our police department and fire department. I hope they took a lot away from that.
Thank you. And going off of that question, what stood out the most to you today from what you learned?
I think the most that stood out for me was kind of just how involved they were with the community and what they had to know in order to make our community better, and just the different things I learned that they did around and how they interacted with everyone. I thought that was cool.
I think for me, it's mostly about how much our politicians really do care about the people. I feel like nowadays we don't really see that a lot, but being here with the deputy mayor and mayor today, I got to see that a lot more.
I just have a couple questions for you. One of them is, what was the goal that you wanted your students to take away from today?
So I think the goal today was to get you guys a real world kind of application of things, and we do a lot of theory in the classroom, so this was an opportunity for us to step out and really get a sense of what people are doing on a day-to-day basis that relate to the curriculum that we are going over.
And I just have one more question for you. As a teacher, what is one thing that you learned from today? Because I know you guys do this a lot. So what is one thing that you learned from today?
Yeah, a little bit more about how the committee works, and going to the different offices, just understanding a little more of the individual processes that this is a big town, and there's a lot that goes on here, and there's a lot that goes into making it function well on a daily basis.
That's all for the interview, folks. So, Layla, what did you learn today?
Today I learned a lot about the TV aspect of Union, and I also learned that I really am passionate for all of this, that I really like and enjoy doing it. What about you? What did you learn?
As well, I learned a lot about the TV aspect. I learned that there is a lot of things that go into this town, a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, and yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day.